Alright, so for this trick, I can hand the deck over to the spectator, and they can give it a shuffle. After they're done giving the deck a shuffle, they can look at all the cards and see that they're all different, just like this. Now, I would take back the deck, and let's say maybe I give it one more cut, and how about a shuffle as well? So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a prediction. So, let's say I take the deck, or actually this index card here, and I go with, let's say, this one right here, and let's say this right here. So now what I can do is I can actually give the deck one more shuffle, and after we're done with this, let's say we cut this card right in, and I think we're good right there. So I would riffle down and the spectator would say stop. So let's say right about here, I would cut the deck. They can put the index card in right here, and the rest can go on top. So now all we're going to have to do is spread to the index card here. It's going to be a little difficult, but I think we can do this right here. So now there's actually two cards. And if we remember, the deck was shuffled. I made a prediction. I shuffled it some more. And you said stop wherever you wanted. What I wrote on the index card was the 8 of hearts and the 2 of clubs. And in this case, we have the 8 of hearts and the 2 of clubs. Alright, so that is the trick for today. If you would like to learn how this is done, be sure to stick around for the tutorial. Alright, so I'm going to teach you how to do that, and hopefully you can do it better than I did it in the performance. But first, I thought I would do a deck review. So I'm going to link my 100 subscribers question and answer down below, because in that video I actually went over every deck I received for my birthday, and so you can vote on what deck you would like me to review next. And so the Odyssey deck was actually the first deck to get voted. So let's go over what this deck looks like. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over the box here. Now, as you can see, it says Odyssey, and then it has this little, I'm not too sure what you call this thing, but it has this right here, then it has, like, I don't know, maybe a continent right here? I'm not too sure, because I'm not good at geography, but as you can see, it looks like maybe water for the blue and then land, but this is the front of the box, a very nice detailed box. On the top, it actually has the rest of the pattern running to the top, okay? Right there, and it continues running down right to the flap. As you can see, it says enter the glow, okay? So it runs right up there to the top. Now, on the side of the box, it's going to say Odyssey, and so the pattern runs on the side. And it has this little symbol too right here, like it has in the front. And then on the other side, it has Odyssey and the other symbol as well. Then on the bottom, it talks about who created the deck, where it was from, and everything else, okay? So this is the box. Now, if we open up the box, really the only thing besides the tuck flap here are these two little things right here, okay? And then the inside the box is white, as you can see. So that is going to be the box. Now let's look at what cards we get here. But the first thing I'm going to show you is actually the back design. Actually, I forgot to do the back of the box, so let's go ahead and do this real quick. Because this will be what the cards actually look like for the front design, okay? So as you can see, it has this same little symbol. Then it has these things right here. like plants or something, okay? So this is the back of the box. Now this is going to match, if I can get a card here, right here, okay? So it's like a split image. So what cards do you get? Well, the first thing you get is a double backer, or this is actually the second thing. But this is very nice, okay? So if you ever want to do magic, you can do it with the double backer. Or maybe you don't want to do magic, so I don't know what you would do with your double backers, but I always keep mine with my other double backers, okay? So this is something you get. Now the second thing you get is actually a card that explains the whole deck. Now if I read it to you, it's going to take too long. So what you can do is you can actually pause the video right now. Okay, I'm going to try to get this all in frame. I think right there. Pull it back a little. Okay, so this is what the front of the card says. Now, the back of the card actually talks about what the different court cards mean, okay? So you can take a screenshot of this, you can pause it, do whatever, and then when we go through the deck, you can match up everything to the court cards, okay? Now, the next thing you're going to get are 2 jokers, okay? So, I think this was the first joker, but I'm not too sure. But here is going to be the joker. So if you took a screenshot of that card, you should be able to look on it and see that either this is folklore or comprehension, okay? So that means, let's say this is folklore. I'm not too sure, though. That means this would be comprehension, because this is the other joker. Or if this was folklore, then the first one would be comprehension, okay? So something like that. But these are the 2 jokers. Now, I'm not going to spend very much time on the cards themselves, but let's go ahead and look through them real quick, okay, to bring this down a little more. So we have the 2 of clubs, and you can pause the video at any point to actually look at these. So I think this is the closest I can bring the camera down. I can try some more, I think right there. So you can see each card and the patterns right there. And look at the pips too and how they're different than like a normal bicycle deck. You can see the little designs they added. So the King of Clubs. So if we look here, the King of Clubs is the piracy, okay? So pirates. So we'll keep on going until we get the next one. The Jack of Spades should be risk. Ace of Clubs is fear. King of Hearts is... if I can find it, slavery. Okay, I couldn't find it. But as you can see, each of these cards have a different design. The Ace of Spades is the authority. So these are what the cards look like. Once again, you can pause the video to get a closer look at this. But I hope this is close enough. So actually let me know in the comments if this was a very good view for you to see the camera. To actually see the cards. And if I should do this for the rest of the reviews this way. So this one is opulence. The Queen of Spades is imprisonment. The Queen of Clubs is appropriation. Jack of Clubs is education. This Jack of Diamonds is Pestilence. Then the King of Diamonds is Addiction. The Ace of Diamonds, not a bad hand here, is Perception. Queen of Hearts is Resilience. And then the Queen of Diamonds is Religion. Jack of Hearts is Discovery. And the Ace of Hearts, Greed. We have two more. So there you go. Those were all of the cards. Let me know if you could see all of those well. And if you did, let me know if you liked it. And if you did, I'll probably do this for the rest of the deck reviews. But this was the deck. And I actually want to do one more thing. I actually got a piece of paper here that came with it. Now, I'm not going to read this, but you guys can take a screenshot of it if you would like, okay? So, Odyssey right there. And then we'll do this. Actually bring it down a little. Then we'll do the back. So make sure you take a screenshot of this. And then take a screenshot of this. Okay, so hopefully you got a screenshot. If you didn't, let me know and I'll put it in the description. But now let's get into how the trick is done here. So what are you going to need? So you're going to need a deck of cards. Now you don't need a full deck, but I like to have a full deck. And there's a few things you can do here. You can use a different card like a Joker or whatever. But I just used the index card because I wasn't going to ruin the Jokers for this deck. But you can take an index card, line it up to a card, and cut it out that way. Do whatever you would like. But here's what you're going to do. Deck is going to get shuffled. It doesn't matter by who. Once the deck is done being shuffled, you're going to have to get a peek. Hopefully you can get the peek better than I try to do in the performance. But what you're going to need to peek at is the top and bottom card. Now, if you aren't worried about your spectator remembering the top and bottom card, then seeing them again later, and remembering that they were the top and bottom card, go ahead and spread them out and then write down your prediction that way. But one way I should have done in the performance was actually spread the deck like this, see two cards I liked, okay? You're going to have to remember them only for a second, so it doesn't matter. Let's say the Jack of... Yeah, we'll do a contrast here. Let's say the 7 of Spades and the Jack of Spades. All you're going to do then is after you're done giving these a spread, you see two cards you like, say, here, let's give these a cut. So I scoop up them until I get to the first card, in this case the 7. I leave it on the bottom, I pick these up and I move them to the bottom, and then I close the spread up. And this is a good way to give it a cut, and then to get two cards on top you can remember. So Jack of Spades and 7 of Spades. Now if you have marked cards, you can spread these out like this, read the markings, and then write down your prediction. It doesn't matter. One more way I did it, I tried to do it, was a dribble peek. So you would dribble, so before you start dribbling, you would see that first card, the 7, and then dribble, and then hold back for the top card slightly and see the Jack of Spades, okay? So it would look like this. So Jack of Spades, and then 7 of Spades. So 7, then Jack. But do this however you would like. So let's actually write down those two cards real quick. I don't think it matters which card you write first. You just want to make sure you can write them down and get them correct. Okay, perfect. So, let's actually put a big X through this one. Okay, so Jack of Spades and 7 of Spades. You're going to hide it. Now, if you want to, you can give this some false shuffles and cuts. But after you're done with that, you can really do this however you would like. But what I might do is, especially if this is a card that can be on top, I would put on top and have them cut the deck anywhere, okay? But in this case, I just riffle down. So let's say they cut right here. Gonna take your card and then place it in and put the rest on top. So now what did you do? Well, you did this. You put 2 cards sandwiching your index card here, or your other card, the Jack of Spades and the 7 of Spades right there, okay? So after this, you can explain to the spectator, the deck was shuffled, I made a prediction, we cut them a few times, you cut them again, and we landed right here. So let's spread out and see where you landed. So I would take the card below your prediction card and the card on top of it or above it, okay? You can go over the whole trick, and then you can do one of 2 things. I show the index card first, but I think it's stronger if you show what 2 cards they land on first. The Jack and the 7, then you can say, I wrote down 2 cards, and those happen to be the Jack and the 7 of Spades. Just like that. Super easy trick. Too easy. Let's go over that one more time, okay? So, let's say the deck is getting shuffled there. So, one more time we'll go through this. Let's say the deck gets shuffled. I show these are all different, and I find 2 cards I like. Say the 3 and 5 of Spades. So I wouldn't say that out loud, but I would say you can see these are all different, and if you want to, don't bring any attention to the cut, because then they might get suspicious. Just do a cut, and if you don't mention it, then they shouldn't mention it, and everything should be fine. So then say I'm going to make a prediction. So let's actually do a spade, not a 5. Okay, perfect. Now, if you want to, do a few false cuts, but you don't have to. If you do a riffle shuffle, make sure you keep the card on the top and on the bottom, okay? So now, after this, the deck is going to be cut. Let's say right there, you put the card in, the rest on top. You spread these out, and you take out the card below the prediction, and then on top of the prediction. You can go over the whole trick. The deck was shuffled. I made a prediction. We cut it. And then we landed on the 5 of Spades and the 3 of Spades. And my prediction was the 3 and 5 of Spades. So, that was the trick and the deck review. I hope you like this. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the video down below of what deck you would like to see next, okay? Because I think I know what deck I'm going to do, but I want you guys to vote too. But that's it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.